Boom. All right, guys. So welcome to the April 29th, 2025 live Zoom call. It's a lively one. And I want to start off right away, just jumping straight into it. I want to give you guys a little story of what I've been doing lately. Now, for those of you that are new, we were doing these weekly live Zoom calls for a little bit, but I kind of went back and reinvented everything a little bit. Um, and with my whole, online coaching business, I basically started everything from scratch where I have built out a program for men as well now. It's called Midlife Muscle, which is going to be launched very soon. And then for the women, I started running ads, and then particularly to women with PCOS and women who are going through menopause. And the reason I'm saying this to you, you're probably thinking, "Oh, what's the point of all that?" Is because what I'm doing is I'm running ads to women with PCOS and menopause, and I'm offering free strategy calls. So, obviously, my business is to, sign people up for my coaching program if they're interested. But those free strategy calls is when I get to know the people. And these are people, not just California. Let me add some people. These are people, they're all over the country. I mean, I'm talking to people from Kentucky, from New York, Florida, Boston, Tennessee, Oregon, Washington. I mean, all over the place. And what's really interesting is the, well, yeah, where do I start? There's all kinds of levels, obviously, but I actually took some notes. What am I even doing? I'm trying to freestyle here, and I took some notes of what I'm going to say. Um, the overall state of how out of shape people are is just so absolutely mind-boggling. And maybe you guys see it more than I do because I am in the fitness industry, and I was always used to, with all due respect, I was used to seeing you guys in my gyms, and you guys all have really good attitudes, and you guys really want to build that muscle and lose fat. But I'm getting on calls with these women, and they're, 200, 250 plus pounds, 300 plus pounds. And they're literally telling me on the phone that they eat McDonald's and they go to Wendy's, and they have no idea how many calories they're eating, and they have no idea why they're not losing weight. And they blame it on their PCOS, or they blame it on their menopause. I've even had women tell me that it's their husband's fault. And these women are 320 pounds overweight, like the 320 pounds. And you guys know me. You guys know how I like to kind of give people the straight truth. So I've been biting on my lip for many of these calls. And I was like, are you hearing yourself? Are you hearing yourself? These women are saying that they have lupus, they have PCOS. And the thing is, and here's the real point that I'm getting to. These women are diagnosed with PCOS. If you don't know what PCOS is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's basically where your insulin gets too high, very high. And when your insulin gets high for women, then if that happens for men, that's bad. But if it happens for women, it's a little bit worse because your ovaries don't respond in the right way. Your testosterone raises, and then you get infertility. You can get cysts on your ovaries. You can also get kind of like androgenic properties, so you can get facial hair growth, acne, and all that. But what I see happen is that women get diagnosed with PCOS, or women get diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. They get diagnosed with that the fact that they're going through menopause, and it behooves them nothing. It does nothing for them. It absolutely does not help them at all. It's almost to the point where it's like ignorance is bliss, because a lot of times when I see people in general, they hear a doctor tell them that they have, let's say, PCOS, or they're going through menopause, or they have Hashimoto's, then it's up to the individual to say, okay, am I going to blame that for my lack of progress? Or am I going to progress despite me having that condition? I was on the phone today with a woman. She was from Arizona, and she has like a 2 hour commute every single day. She's 290 pounds. She wants to lose weight, um, but she eats fast food, and she thinks it's because of her. She has PCOS. And again, I had one of those moments where I was like, "Are you hearing yourself?" So a lot of us need to just hold a mirror up in front of us, in front of ourselves, and look in the mirror and just be honest with ourselves. Um, and the number one, what I'm seeing is that I don't want to say like the medical system is rigged and it's working against you, but I rarely see
It is,
somebody, I rarely see women go to the doctors and come back better. Let's put it that way. Um,
right?
Doctors, let me mute everybody real quick. Doctors and hospitals and all that, they treat symptoms, but they don't attack the root cause. So I don't want to be too like general here, but all of you are doing great. And if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like your life sucks, trust me, it's not that bad. I've been on calls with people who are just at their wits' end. They have no idea. They're thinking about getting on Ozempic or they're just coming off of Ozempic. Ozempic, like some of them are paying like $500 a month. Like, and then you're going to have to pay $500 a month for a pill or for an injection for the rest of your life. And then they get off Ozempic and their appetite comes back, they gain it all back. So anyway, it's the cliche corner right here. There's no quick fix. Whether you have PCOS, you're going through menopause, you have diabetes even, you have Hashimoto's, you have hyperthyroidism, you have achy joints because of being overweight. And by the way, a lot of these ailments and symptoms and conditions, they come from being overweight. The only solution, the only solution, the only solution is to start making lifestyle changes. And I used to say like, yeah, make it a lifestyle, make it a lifestyle. But us humans, we always want to think, now, is there something out there? Is there maybe another secret out there? There really isn't. And like, that's just like the last couple of months, it was just driven home to me. Like, that's what needs to happen. So anyway, I want to go around the room and ask you guys what's going on with you guys. But I do want to tell you guys that one of my friends, he's also big in the fitness industry, and he went to Japan and he kind of studied like the country of Japan. Japan is one of the most richest countries there is, but they have no obesity because the government, what they do is they teach the kids what healthy food is. Also, in Japan, they have a saying where they say 80% before they start their meal, which means we're going to eat until we're 80% full. So it's all the basics, right? Anyway, I don't want to talk the whole Zoom call long, but the ultimate solution is always making it a lifestyle. Focus on how you feel. Don't focus too much on the weight. If you focus on how you feel and how your clothes are fitting and how your energy levels are, then the weight will come down as a natural, happy little byproduct. But if you focus on the weight, then you're not focusing on how you're feeling. And the number is like the New York Stock Exchange. It's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. And the trend will go down. But if you attach your emotions to the number, then it's not going to behoove you at all. Um, and I do have some other tips that I want to tell you guys real quick, but those are more minor. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. And by the way, real quick, do you have any idea? Like nobody's drinking enough water. It's crazy. I know you guys are not like this, but like I'm getting on phone calls with people. They don't know why they're not losing weight, and they're drinking like 20 ounces of water a day. Anyway, what I want to do real quick is, does anybody want to share any wins for the last week? So you can raise your hand or you can just unmute yourself. You can do that too. Let me see. Let me get to the overview. Raise your hand or unmute yourself if you want to share a win. Or here we go. This is better. It's California. Everybody's driving. All right, so I'll just count down for like 5 seconds.
I want to say something. It's me, Leticia.
Hey, Letitia, how are you?
I am doing better now.
Yeah.
I
Were you
sleep
sick
going.
or?
Yeah, I was injured with my ankle,
Oh, that's right.
but I've been walking a lot now. And before I start going to the gym again, next week, I started walking, and I only gained like 2 pounds in those in a whole month that I was out, just by doing the eating
Yeah.
part. Yeah, and just trying to sleep better and doing the walks now.
So you're trying
So
to sleep
for me,
better?
that's a big win.
How's that going? How's your sleep?
Now it's better because I'm still taking the basil seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are helping me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what
that's
else do you do? So you take the whole. What time do you take the holy basil seeds?
oh, it's like 3 hours before I go to bed.
Wow, 3 hours. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Actually, you
Hmm.
know what? Actually, I do that too. Because you take it with your yogurt, or
No, I drink it with water.
ooh,
I know it tastes kind of bad, but as long as it does what it has to do, I don't mind.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Take any magnesium?
Mm, not recently.
All right.
I
So for
haven't.
everybody listening, yeah, and you too, Letitia, like magnesium, everybody's magnesium deficient. Highly
Hmm.
recommend magnesium.
Okay.
People always ask what's the best magnesium, but you're gonna find the best magnesium by trying many out. There's many forms of magnesium, but for a better sleep, oh yeah, absolutely, magnesium is huge. Um, a really good one is Bioptimizers, but anyway, there's multiple. If you need a good magnesium brand, just text me or call me or whatever, message me, send me a letter. Anybody else want to share a win? Thank you, Letitia, for
There.
breaking the ice.
I'm driving, but I'm one of those California drivers.
What does that
I,
mean?
I mean, I'm always in the car because it's California and there's traffic everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I live Berkeley. Anyway, win for the week. I've been like just the stress and the not sleeping and not logging and just slacking in general. So this week though, my sleep's been like much better. I got the eye mask with the
Oh, nice.
tooth, whatever on you got me. It's good, but also a new brand of magnesium, which seems to be working for me. So I'm remembering to take it. So yeah, sleep's getting better, and trying to get back in the me first groove.
Do you find yourself how do you find yourself like drifting away from the me first move, groove?
Oh, just life. Work's been busy, kids, all the typical things
Yeah.
that throw my priorities off. But
Do you think
I'm
maybe
still going to the gym. I'm still staying in it, but just like not as locked in, not as dialed in as I was.
yeah. Well, you can't always be 100%. Uh but and maybe other people can agree with this, but when you feel like you're getting away from the me first, mindset, is that maybe also like guilt? You feel guilty for taking care of yourself or
I'm Zooming. Don't know how to get.
oh, Tina's not muted. Hold on.
You
Um uh what else was I gonna ask? Sleep schedule. Oh yeah, how's the eye mask working out for you, Michelle?
It's actually really helpful. So and also just trying to unplug earlier. Turning putting my phone in another room.
Yeah.
So I can't check my emails one more time or just reply to one more thing or whatever. So just trying to set better boundaries with screens too, is helping sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I here in Arkansas, like I have such a structure. 1 hour before bed, I do not like looking at my phone. I cannot even imagine doing that, and that's where I'm at right now. And I know it's something you have to work towards, but it benefits your sleep so much. So I have the Aura Ring, and I know you have one too, right, Michelle?
No, my wife has one, but I'm about to get one because she's always telling me like how awesome it is. So
Yeah. So especially for sleep, it's good. So it also shows you how fast you fall asleep, your latency. My latency right now is like 7 minutes or something like that. But if I check my phone or whatever, I'm on my computer and then I go straight to bed, my latency is like 30 minutes. It takes me 30 minutes to fall asleep. It makes a huge difference. But for everybody watching, if you want a really easy way to fall asleep faster, literally get a pen and paper. Literally, this is a napkin, but you get a pen and paper and you just write down hour by hour what you're going to do the next day or what are your most pressing thoughts. Because we all have that situation where you're, thinking about your bed at work and then you're thinking about work in your bed. That's you definitely don't want that. But it's okay to slow down, especially a lot of women on this call, the ultimate way for you guys to lose weight is to calm yourself down first. You got to calm your hormones down. Stress and fat loss, they do not go well together. You can do everything right. You can do everything perfect. But if your stress levels are high, your fat loss will still happen, but it'll happen at such a slow pace that you'll give up. So you got to take care of yourself and you don't feel guilty for going for walks, drinking your water, going to bed, even meditating, whatever it takes for you. Um, so yeah. Does anybody else have any wins? Maybe green iPhone or maybe Krista? I don't know. Tina?
It's Miriam.
Hey, Miriam.
Well, I've been
Oh, it's
trying
iPhone.
to,
That's you. Okay, so your iPhone.
yeah,
All right.
I've been trying to walk at least 3, 4 times you know, in the week, getting 10,000 steps. So I guess that's a win for me. But
It's good.
yeah, that's it. And same, I haven't logged anything in a long time, but I do feel more energized lately. So,
What do you think that is that you're feeling more energized lately?
well, I think I'm trying to be more focused and taking my working out more seriously just to help me with my stress and trying to lower my stress. So I'm taking mental note on that comment of like, writing down your thoughts before you go to sleep because
Yeah.
sometimes that doesn't let you go to sleep, even if I take the basal seat. So, um, but yeah, um, I think that's what I could say for me.
Yeah.
I got on the scale maybe like a few weeks ago and I, I shed a few tears, but it's okay. We just, keep it pushing.
You should. Yeah. So how long had it been since you got on the scale?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe like a few months or so. I just
Yeah.
bit the bullet one day and I just got on the scale right there at SUF and it gave me the ugly truth, but it's okay.
Right.
Just get back on and like you said, try to drink more water. I know I don't drink enough water.
Wait, you
Um,
you don't drink enough water?
I don't think so. I barely get like
Is
maybe
this
half
is
a
this
gallon.
hold on, this is Miriam, right? Miriam Araujo.
Well, I get half a gallon in, dude. Like, and then after that, it's like tea. But I try
Wait,
not to drink
what?
too much
You
coffee.
drink half a gallon and then what?
And then like tea,
Okay.
and like I only drink like maybe 8 ounces of caffeine. But I'm even trying to let that go because it's not good for people that have anxiety, I guess. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I try to
You
like
do you
lay
cut
off of that
caffeine like at noon, before noon?
before noon, man. Like before, like if I drink after 10, then I'm pretty screwed at that point. So I'm really like sensitive to caffeine.
Do you take
So I
theanine?
can't even have Diet Coke. So
No, you're
yeah.
not supposed. No, who said anything about Diet Coke? What?
Oh, just say an example. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, no. Um, Theanine really helps. And I know what you're saying about anxiety, though. Sometimes I bought this new pre-workout at this supplement shop here in Hot Springs, and it's I kind of just bought it just to be nice to the owner, but
Oh, okay.
it's like one of those like 375 milligrams of caffeine per scoop, and oh, anyway, I took it and I was driving home like the world's out to get me, like, and I was like, why am I so anxious? Oh yeah, it's the pre-workout. So the caffeine is this, and I'm actually coming out with a video series. Caffeine is the new alcohol. A lot of people are cutting alcohol because of studies that are coming out that shows how damaging alcohol is. But also, yeah, we got Anudia joining. Caffeine, if you, the trick with caffeine is to feel the most amount of benefits from the minimum amounts of caffeine. Now, caffeine is great. I think everybody should take caffeine because it warms your muscles up before your workouts. It gives you mental clarity, and your workouts on caffeine are always is better. But if you can just get less in, theanine really helps with that. But that's good. Thanks for sharing, Miriam. Let's just hit those steps every day. You can do it. Just watch your ants, your automatic negative thoughts. Catch those when you have those automatic negative thoughts come up and you start feeling like your mood is going down, then ask yourself, why is my mood going down? What have I been doing differently over the last couple of days? What has led me to have these negative thoughts? Why am I having this fear and doubt? Also, there's a really good book. It's called How to Kill Fear and Doubt by Napoleon Hill. Super basic. Highly recommend everybody gets it. I'll text it to you. I'll send it message it to you guys. But Claudia has her hand raised. Oh no, wait, she did. Did you still want to share something?
Um, yes, I was about to go to
Oh,
drive. Okay,
you gotta head out.
yeah. No, I can take a couple minutes. About the win. As you know, I had surgery 2 months ago. I went back to the gym on Monday. Um, I'll say a win for those 2 months, I guess. Three things that kept me kind of sane of not working out. I didn't work out for 8 weeks. One was keeping an agenda, like you said, things planning your day. And then this one has top priorities. So I always wrote down 10K steps, 10,000 steps. And then the words that I used was like, I'm not gonna try to do it. I'm just gonna do it. Because if I say I try and I don't get the
Yeah.
10,000 steps, then it's like, oh, at least I tried. But so it's the wording like now I'm doing 10. So in those 2 months, I ended up doing like 15,000 steps a day. So that was the other, second thing, like my wording, writing things down and checking my weight that I don't like to do. Sorry, it's kind of loud. People are
No worries.
leaving. Buddy. Then checking my weight. So I kept the scale in the restroom and I just did that almost every day. And, just to stay accountable. And of course, I mean, I didn't log my food every day, but it kind of had an idea of, what is what.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I didn't get, actually, I lost weight during those 2 months. I lost a few pounds. So yeah,
That's
that's it.
awesome. That's really good That's really good input. Like the words you use are so powerful. So instead of saying I'm gonna try to hit 10,000, you just said you were gonna do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So, and you scheduled your day out in advance, even though you weren't working out.
Yeah. Well, for work and yeah, to give me clarity because I was at home the whole day, every day,
Yeah.
and I needed something to kind of give me structure.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. And then I know Tina was calling you or something, right? For see where you're at.
Yeah, Tina, Lucrecia, Sandra, and Leticia. So that was nice. That actually kept me kind of, a little bit not so disconnected from the gym. And so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, if you go on YouTube, you can find all these videos of like, here's 6 tips to hit 10,000 steps. Here's a ninja hack to hit 10,000 steps. And the thing is, like, just do it, you know? Like, here's how to get more water in. If you drink with a straw, no, just drink the water, you know? Do you really need hacks? Maybe to get started, but the quick fixes and little tips and little tricks, they're going to get you started, but they won't get you to the finish line. All right. So I'm assuming, unless anybody else wants to share any wins, um, is anybody stuck on something? Does anybody have any obstacles or anything that they need to attack, they need to tackle? Does anybody have any questions or things that you've been wondering you want to get off your
Michael,
chest?
it's Jimmy.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey man, so one of the things that I've been struggling with is snacking, and my connection to emotional eating, if you will. So, you know, we kind of got life hit us right in the face here recently in the last 4 or so months. My wife's in the middle of her chemo treatments and almost done, but it was a big hit to our routine. And
Yeah.
so I've been doing pretty good, but I've definitely realized here that I'm an emotional eater. So when stress comes around, I, grab the whatever's close. And because of Mandy's stuff, her treatments of chemo, she doesn't know what she can eat one day to the next. And the weird thing is all of the preparing all of the healthy meals that you could think of that we've done with you and your recipes, she can't eat them.
Yeah.
And she's eating, the only thing that she can eat is like the junk food. And we get to, you've always said the secret is calories in, calories out, right? Well, we're just looking at calories in right now for her. And then of course, so that ends up, the temptations are here. And it's a struggle. It really is. And I'm trying to stay out of my head and not let the gremlins get me, and realize, I think over the last 6 months, or however, let's see, what is it, November, December, January, February, March, about 6 months or so, I probably put back on about 15 to 20 pounds or so,
Yeah.
which is a struggle because I had hit my goal. I've been with you for a couple of years and my goal was 199 or 200, and I hit it. And then like 2 weeks later, we got the diagnosis of my wife's breast cancer. So it sucks, but I mean, I'm here for her and doing what I need to do for her, but it's a struggle because I'm doing all of the stuff around the house that she was doing. I'm cooking meals for her. I'm cooking meals for my 17-year-old daughter, who, when you say the word healthy, she runs in the other direction. And and then finally got smart and did meal prep for me. And so I would spend a Sunday and meal prep all of my meals for the next 6 days, dinners and stuff. I would cook my bison, or, well, I can't get bison anymore, but I'd cook my hamburger and sweet potatoes and rice, and I'd have it all pre-portioned and everything. But I was still snacking, and I'd walk by the pantry and grab a handful of cashews, or
Yeah.
um, you know, all that kind of crap. So and then I re-injured my plantar fasciitis again doing my martial arts stuff. I really hurt it. Like I had, it's worse than it's ever been.
So
And so I'm trying to maintain that. So I hadn't been able to walk and I hadn't been working out. So it's amazing what all of that stuff will do to your mental state when you stop it. And but I'm trying. I'm going to get back, one thing at a time. I need to get my calories under control and my snacking under control and cravings under control. So I'm
Yeah.
working on I'm working on that. So I
And
appreciate you still around for us.
yeah. Do you still work from home, right?
I
You,
do. Yeah.
yeah. That in itself is already making it more challenging for you, I think. And it's maybe for other people too. If you work from home, a lot of people that work from home, they're more likely to snack. Now, for your situation in particular, man, it's like when I just had another client, her mom is having cancer. Her mom is having cancer. Nothing anybody externally from the outside, there's nothing they can say that is going to soften the pain or soften the stress. Um, it's very easy to say like, "Oh, just don't snack," or to keep yourself busy with a healthy habit, but nobody wants to hear that.
Mhm.
So, um,
Yeah.
it's the main thing that I have found, and there's really no, I don't, I'm not an expert in like emotional eating, but to have a good support network, they say we're more connected than ever, but we're also more lonely than ever because of, social media and all that. But do you have anybody that you can talk to in person out there? I mean, maybe Sean,
Oh
but
yeah. 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 Sean and I talk a little bit. And then I got a bunch of, guy friends that are in my church group and
yeah.
so I got a lot of support for sure.
How often do you see them?
Weekly.
Okay.
So yeah.
Us men, and this is, I think you're the only guy on here, me and you, but we don't show emotions, man. Like we just push them down. I think Bill Burr said it best when he had to put his dog down. He was fine until he actually had to put it down, and then all his emotions came out, and he started crying. But it's okay to lean on friends. But I've lived in Europe and I've lived in America. In Europe, it's more normal, considered normal for men to uh, seek emotional support among each other. Here, it's more like stiff upper lip, Clint Eastwood, don't show emotions. So I think if I'm not in a position to give advice, but if I would give advice, it would be to seek out those friends from your church group. I've been through it myself. My mom went through cancer, and nothing anybody can say is did anything, And y- yeah, the way I coped with it was I just went really heavy on deadlifts, but I'm a little bit weird. So um, I will say the plantar fasciitis, yeah, man, that's probably just stress levels. Also, probably not sleeping that well. Your nutrition is back a little bit off. But on the flip side, you gain 15, 20 pounds. Okay, how much did you lose though, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I lost almost 60.
Yeah. So two steps forward, one step back, and then you take two steps forward again. I mean,
Yeah.
weight.
Yeah, I'm definitely confident that it's different this time. I think I've told you that before that us getting on with you and it's different this time than
Yeah.
all the other crap that we've tried before because I do enjoy but I eat the same thing every day. I've had the same lunch every day for over 2 years almost, and it doesn't bother me. I enjoy it, and um, I do the same. Try to do the same thing for dinners because I enjoy it. And so, but it's the extra handfuls of stuff as I walk through the kitchen that I have to curb, and I'm confident here. I just I'm been one of the
One
funks.
one thing you could do is prolong your fast. It's kind of like a little hack,
Yeah,
but start eating later. Because then it's almost impossible to snack because basically you're just nonstop eating for your eating window and then you just cut it, stop eating.
it's a good
But
idea. Yeah, because
um,
Monday and Wednesdays I already push it till about 1:30 or 2 because I do my martial arts those days at noon. So I'm already I don't get home till 1:30 or so.
okay.
So 2 is usually the time eating. So and I did have noticed that those days are like 6 o'clock comes around, I'm still full from lunch.
And is that
Um
usually stop eating at 6 or
no, I usually will still eat dinner. Usually I try to have dinner by 6 or 7.
okay.
And then try to have nothing more to eat after 7. What I shoot for if I'm not snacking. Then I take my magnesium at around 9:30 or so, and there's a health food store here that has a magnesium supplement that's got tart. It's made with tart cherry juice and magnesium and
Oh wow.
something I can't remember what it's called, but it does the trick. It's one little scoop and a little bit of water, and I've been taking it for over 6 months now, and it works. I mean, if I'm consistent with it, it definitely helps my sleep.
That's good. Yeah, definitely keep taking that. Tart cherry juice is great. The nothing, cancer is nothing will prepare you for that. It's a wrecking ball that comes through your life, and it's just like, hold on. And um, your mind is going to be the most powerful healing tool. So, yeah. Um, but maybe shorten your fasting window. I would maybe lean on your church support. Um, and everybody's seen Rocky Balboa, right? Rocky Six, Rocky Five, the part six. Everybody's seen it. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to assume everybody saw it. But that's where he's basically like 60 years old or whatever, and he gets invited to do an exhibition match, and so they have to do the training, but he's really old. So his trainer just says, "Hey, you can't really move that much anymore. So let's just lift some heavy weights and just work on your power." So whenever you're going through stressful times, that's what I usually recommend. Just lift some heavy weight because that's the best stress relief there is. So, um, workouts don't have to be perfect. There's ugly workouts. Just get them done. But with that said, does anybody else have any obstacles or anything that they need help with? Or is everybody absolutely perfect? Is everybody eating broccoli every single day? Chicken, broccoli, rice. You're allowed to have a little bit of salt and pepper and no cheese. And you're supposed to eat your Greek yogurt with no flavoring.
Mm.
Four
Can I add
ounces.
something,
Yes.
Michael? Yeah, so I also had an issue with, not an issue, but my problem was also snacking. I was like a big, big, big snacker myself. Um, and what I realized was that the food that I was snacking on was the problem. So I just stopped buying like the snacks that I enjoyed. Like I would, I would snack on chips, sometimes cookies, crackers. And I would sometimes if the cracker said like organic or even the potato chips, like I would buy like the really, healthy potato chips. So I would think that it was
Yeah.
okay because I was, snacking on healthy, snacks. So I noticed that I wasn't really like that was affecting my calories. Like I was just snacking way too much. So basically I just stopped buying, the snacks. My daughters like hated me for it because I stopped buying like literally our pantry was not didn't have much. I just started instead of buying cookies, we would make, homemade cookies. And then I just like just stocked up on like having more fruits, vegetables. So if I felt like hungry, like an urge to snack, then I would snack on like veggies or like a fruit. So for the gentleman that just spoke, I mean, maybe it's the snacks that he's snacking on because is snacking bad? I guess that's my question to you. Like, is
Yeah.
it bad to snack or is it just what we're snacking on that makes it bad?
It's a great question. First off, what you mentioned about organic chips, I used to do like Beanito chips, and I was like, oh, these chips are good because they're made out of beans, and it's still
I bought those too because you recommended them. So
shoot,
yeah.
yeah, all right. I've evolved ever since. Uh, they are good though, but yeah, damn, I gotta watch what I say. So Beanitos. They're like, okay, so let's say you eat a half a bag of that or whatever. You eat a couple. It's 200 calories. Now, if you're a woman, you're on 1,600 calories. That's what, 16% or something like that of your total calories. And it's all empty, really, because there's no real nutrients in it. The issue that I have with snacking is that, for one, your ultimate form of health, your health comes from your stomach. And the more you tax your stomach, the more energy you're making your stomach use. So you want to use your digestion as little as possible and make your digestion be as good as possible. But if you snack, that means you're putting your digestive system to work, which is not that big of a deal. But the snacks often don't get counted calorie wise. The snacks are often not high protein. Um, so they get absorbed a lot faster. They cause higher rises in blood sugar. Because if a snack has protein, it's usually not a snack anymore. Snacks are like little toasts, little chips, even pieces of, I mean, fruit isn't really not that bad, but let's say you do chips, right? Like if you add protein, well, yeah, that's meat or something. So then it turns into a meal. So that's why it's like every time you eat, if every time you eat you have protein, then not only are you making it easier for you to hit your protein, but you're also really not snacking because then it's going to be, uh, you know, a meal. One of the best snacks would be yogurt. And actually, shoot, Ivy just said, Ivy eats Greek yogurt and holy basil seeds around 9 a.m. You're full for most of the day with this combo. You have to force lunch. Maybe good for snackers. I also take glutamine, also helpful for me. But with that said, the reason I'm not a big fan of snacks though, is because it's good to have that regularity in your daily eating so that if you know you're eating 3 times a day, that's already enough work for you to track. So if you're on, let's say, 1,500 calories and every meal is 500, then that's easy. But if you add in another snack, you got to take that into account. So usually the foods you snack on are not that great if it's snacks. I know that's a long-winded answer, but and also another thing that I almost forgot to mention, if you have 3 meals, then you're going to have a certain amount of hours in between each meal, right? What happens when a new movie comes out? The new movie gets teased for weeks, sometimes for months. When the trailers come out, what happens? We create anticipation. We're like, damn, we got to see this movie. Can't wait for this movie to come out. It's coming out in March and it's only December. Can't wait. It's February. Oh my God, the movie's coming out next month. A couple of weeks. This movie's coming out. The movie comes out, there's lines in front of the movie theater on a Friday night or whatever, Thursday night to see it at midnight because that's when they start showing it. You got to treat your meals the exact same way every single day. So you know, like at 1 p.m., you're having your whatever, acai bowl. You're like, oh, I can't wait to have my acai bowl. Can't wait to have my acai bowl. Oh, man. If you snack during that time, your acai bowl is not going to taste as good because your tongue has all these taste buds on it. And if you starve your taste buds just a little bit, then anything you do eat is going to taste that much better. And anticipation is the eternal, it's the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life, but also anticipation for your meals makes your meals so much more enjoyable. And how do you get lean and stay lean? You show restraint in your calories. But it's hard to show restraint in your calories if you're not enjoying your calories to the fullest. So that was my TED talk right there. That was my rant. But does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Hey, Michael,
yeah,
sorry. What about the white chips? Are those okay? Because those have protein.
white
And I used
chips.
with WYDE, they're like the protein chips.
Oh, those. Yeah. Okay, great question. I used to eat those myself. All right, here's the deal. Basically rewind I'm just rewind what I just said and then repeat it again because really it applies to the wild chips as well. I know which ones you're talking about. The if a and this is the video that I made recently too. If a non-protein food turns into a protein food, it's never the highest quality protein. If that makes sense. So if you're getting the wild protein chips, which I'll be honest with you, I don't know what protein they're made out of, but I bet you it's not pasture raised eggs or grass fed beef quality protein, wild protein chips ingredients. I'm looking it up right now. I don't recommend it. Now, if you're going to have wild protein chips with a meal, yeah, maybe. But why would you do that though? All right, by the way,
It's
antibiotic. Go ahead, go ahead.
sorry, it's actually pretty good. Well, I don't know.
You
So
mean
what I
you
do
mean
is
it tastes good?
what I've done, and I don't know. I guess this is it's not a snack. Maybe it's a meal. So I get what is a serving of that, right? And then I add like cottage cheese to it. And
Okay.
yeah, that's how I eat it.
You add cottage cheese to the chips?
Yeah. Instead of doing sour cream, because that's what I used to do back in the days, I do the
Okay.
cottage cheese. And that's how I eat it. So I eat like a serving of each.
Okay. Well,
So that's a meal, you're saying? Is that what I'm trying to say? Or is that a
yeah, it's
snack?
kind of yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a meal. I mean, no,
Oh
no,
man, okay.
not really. No, I mean, so yeah, no, I mean, cottage cheese with chips. I mean, you're not gonna sit down with candlelight and like have cottage cheese with chips. Like a meal is something that you deck the like that you can take a picture of. Does that make sense? No. Cottage cheese and chips?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking that like as a snack. So, but I guess.
But my whole rant about snacks was like, was I on mute or something?
No,
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 but
no.
no, it's good. It is a good snack, and here's why it's good because it's high protein.
Okay.
But Miriam, you need more vegetables. Or are you already eating vegetables every single day?
I am taking, yes, I am doing Brussels sprouts or
Okay.
asparagus or,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And since we've been having this conversation, I'm already in mile 3, I think. So,
That's fine. Just keep walking. Let's keep
yeah, yeah.
walking.
Okay.
Good. Burn off the chips and cottage cheese. There's chips. They have a high oleic sunflower oil, which is not that great. The ingredients are antibiotic-free chicken breast, tapioca starch, high oleic sunflower oil, egg whites, chicken bone broth. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Um, so yeah, it's good. But here's another deal, right? Like protein, high quality protein, antibiotic-free chicken breast. I mean, if you want the best protein, get eggs. Get the really high quality protein powder. Get the grass-fed beef. Get the bison. Get it from real sources. Yogurt. So anyway, um, anybody else have any obstacles? Anything they want to share? Any questions they have? Let's see. Oh, Rebecca, do you want? Let me unmute you, Rebecca. Give me 1 second. Or I think you're gonna have to unmute yourself. Actually,
Okay, I'm unmuted.
there we go.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So I have a big issue with breakfast because I guess I need to make time for breakfast, or wake up early to do breakfast, but then I'm like stuck, like, what do I eat? What 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 is a healthy, good, quick breakfast? And so I normally just skip breakfast altogether. And then when I'm at work and break comes at 10, I'm hungry, and that's when I snack. And then by lunch, I'm starving.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean,
And I meal prepped tonight. Woohoo, go me. I meal prepped uh some chicken breast with some broccoli and like store Alfredo sauce, and I use some low carb noodles. So um probably about 400 calorie lunch and somewhere in there, and I'm getting my veggies and my protein and my carbs.
okay.
Um and so I have my lunch for the rest of the week and was made enough for dinner tonight. So that's what I ate for dinner. Um but yeah, that's like I know you just said don't snack, but like sometimes I get like if I skip breakfast by 10 o'clock, I'm starving. I want something to snack on.
Yep.
Um, or what's a better quick breakfast I can do, or meal prep a breakfast that will be good and healthy that I can, prep. I know there's a bunch out there. I've seen a bunch, and some look good and some just like, why would you eat that for breakfast type deal, like why would you eat tomatoes and stuff for breakfast? But okay.
Yeah. Why would you eat cottage cheese and chips? No, I'm just kidding. The best thing I think, and actually Ivy, she just messaged me directly. The easiest breakfast I would say is Greek yogurt, some type of yogurt. with some fruit because you can literally get it out of the fridge and then boom, you're done. Um,
Right.
I would say the best breakfast is eggs. And the reason why so many people eat eggs for breakfast is because they digest well and they're easy, kind of they just go down very easily. And the reason why,
Okay.
the reason why most people eat like, meat at night is because we're used to sitting down with the family and we have cutlery and all that. But if you're rushing in the morning, that's a good place to start. Now, outside of that, another very easy one is just a simple protein shake. But I would have to say if had to choose the easiest one, it would be yogurt. But what if you tomorrow, let's say, if you have it right now, or maybe start doing it the next day, if you start having some yogurt and you put some raspberries, some blueberries in there, you can even add a little bit of honey, a little bit of local, raw honey. Make it taste good, and that will really kill your cravings, so that you don't feel the need to snack. So that when it's time, 11 a.m. you said, or noon, you start eating usually.
12:30 is my lunch, and I
12:30.
usually I'm so close to home from work that I usually run home, so it's about 12:45 by the time I'm eating, usually somewhere around there.
Yeah, perfect. So if you were to, I can send you a recipe, but if you get some Greek yogurt, put some holy basil seeds in there too. That's a lot of fiber. It's going to keep you full. And then
Okay.
you might even find that if you start doing that, then you're going to eat less for lunch. And it's a great way to keep your calories under control.
When I was on the Trulicity and the Monjaro, like it would I would eat a big lunch from not eating breakfast, and then when dinner rolled around, I would be like, I'm not hungry, and so I would eat like one big meal a day at lunch, and that would be it, and then like snack the rest of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, I like having real meals better because usually with real meals, it's just more quality, nutrient dense food. And also when you were on the Trulicity and Manjaro, that was artificially keeping your appetite down, right?
Right.
So now the trick is to keep your appetite down through natural sources, which is eating lots of fiber, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. Eating the
Gotcha.
real foods. Now, the most filling food, and this is for everybody watching too, the most filling food is actually not a protein. It's potatoes. So don't be afraid to eat a potato. Potato, one small potato is 200 calories. It'll fill you up.
Is sweet potatoes better than white potatoes?
I used to think that, and I used to tell my clients that, but I honestly don't really think it's that much of a difference. I actually looked at the nutrient profile. It's very minimal. Russet
Gotcha.
potato, yeah. The benefits of potatoes are that they're very filling, but they also give you potassium, and potassium is very, very important. It gives you energy.
Gotcha.
So whatever you prefer. But with that said, though, um, the absolute best potatoes, in my opinion, are the Japanese white sweet potatoes. They taste amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah. They
Never had them.
Do you have a Trader Joe's there in Montgomery or no?
No, I
No?
wish. There's one up in Birmingham, which is like an hour drive. And there's a
Yeah.
Kroger. There's a Kroger over in Auburn because, Auburn University and, college students. There's a Kroger. I've been wanting to go over there, but I'd have to take like a cold bag if I bought anything cold to bring it back. 45-minute drive back home.
Alabama
Um,
weather, yeah.
man, yeah,
All
it
right.
was pretty nice
Well,
today.
yeah, okay. But any potato is fine. I know they have organic russet potatoes at Walmart, right?
I don't know if they do at Walmart. I know they do around the corner at Publix.
Okay. Yeah, russet potatoes are good. So,
Okay.
yeah, but start
I
with that.
know
Go ahead.
with the Verta program, they were like, 30 grams of carbs a day, cut out your potatoes, cut out all this, bad stuff, eat, you know, a lot of like brown rice, sweet potatoes, don't eat all the other, bad carbs.
Yeah, it's that's kind of a short-term solution. It's maybe like that's more
Right.
like very regimented to get a whole bunch of people started at the same time. But um, the best thing you can do is find foods you actually like eating. And if it's a real food, you can't go wrong with it. Like people who say that, white rice is bad and brown rice is better. Well, in the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out, and it's still real food. So
Right.
the best carbs though, fruits and potatoes. I mean, that's really it. And then if you're going to get bread, then that's when things get a little dicey because then you got to get the high quality bread like sprouted bread or something like that. Or if you're getting tortillas, Walmart has the high fiber tortillas. They're like 100 calories
Mhm.
for 12 grams of fiber.
I do the Carb Smart, the Mission Carb Smart.
Yeah, okay, so there's another one. I'll have to send you a picture of it, but it's it's like 100 calories, 12 grams of fiber, and it's super soft.
Oh yeah, send me that.
Yeah,
Definitely. I'll have to go hunt it down, see if it's around here.
I just ate my last one tonight and I threw it away, so threw the package away. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll text you a picture of it. No, cool. That was great. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
And well, it's already nine. Oh no, wait. Well, it's 9
Yeah.
p.m. here, 7 p.m. in
Yeah.
California. Let's see. Anything they want to, okay, real quick. We'll just go around real quick and then we'll end the call. Um, any goals that anybody wants to set for the next week? Boop, 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 boop. Anything that anybody wants to commit to?
Michael,
Yeah. Yes. Nuria.
yes, Michael, I I like to know what else can I take instead of creatine? Because creatine is can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Creatine is making me gain weight.
Okay. How many pounds have you gained?
5 pounds, but I cut the creatine and I lost the weight.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you want some, are you asking what to take instead of creatine?
Yeah, if there is something else. Mm-hmm.
Not really, but so
Okay.
the reason why you gained weight
Why?
from creatine is because creatine increases the water absorption of your muscle. Now your muscle is 70% water.
Oh, I lost it. Okay, so that's what it is?
Yeah, and this is something everybody needs to understand. Muscle is 70% water.
Okay.
So creatine increase. I mean, creatine doesn't increase the water absorption. It's more like it's the adenosine triphosphate. But anyway, it's kind of like water. It makes your muscles bigger. So
5 pounds is nothing. I am okay. I look okay. I feel
okay,
okay. I feel good.
yeah. So that's more important. So I think you just answered your own question.
So
So
continue taking it.
definitely, definitely, because new studies have come out
Mhm.
that show, and I didn't even know this. It was 2 years ago. They came out with a big study that shows that creatine actually gives you cognitive benefits too for your mental or
Yeah.
concentration, memory, all that. So
Mhm. It's good.
absolutely, I think everybody should take creatine.
I just decided to don't take it because we're going to take the pictures and they're going to wait everyone. And I said, no, I don't want to be 5 pounds more. So I decided to take it off.
Wow.
I lost the 5 pounds.
Some people say they feel bloated on creatine.
No,
Usually, that's people who are not. It's not because of creatine. Creatine doesn't get you bloated.
no, that doesn't give me that one either. I am
Yeah.
okay. Mhm. Another thing for the previous caller,
Yeah.
you know, for the breakfast, my breakfast is very quick, and the only thing I cook is the 3 to 4 eggs. But then I prepare all the blueberries, raspberries, cranberries, and the yogurt with the cottage cheese and the tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, the olive. I prepare all that one. So the only thing I do in the morning is to cook the eggs, and it doesn't take not even 5 minutes. And it take
Okay.
me all that breakfast. It take me all the way to almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I only drink water during the day, and I don't get hungry.
And do you put protein powder in the yogurt or just
No, I don't.
yeah?
I do take protein shake, one protein shake because after I go and do the 5 miles, I am
Yeah.
so thirsty that I need to take something. So I take that one. That's it. That's all I do. And it
Yeah.
takes me all the way to 3:30 in the afternoon without snacking. I never all my life I didn't like to snack. I don't snack, so I don't eat nothing in between meals.
You
Mhm.
still don't know?
I still don't what?
You still do not snack, right?
No, Michael.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I don't know. It's no me to snack. I just I
Yeah.
never did that. Mhm.
That's good. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Um, Thanks for sharing. And yeah, just stay on the creatine. Amy, you have your hand raised. Let me unmute you. Or yeah, you got to unmute yourself.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry. Kind of dramatic. I couldn't get my Bluetooth to, go on. So,
No, no,
and my teenage daughter was driving, so I was trying to concentrate. But
oh,
I just wanted to thank you. I jumped into this program 2 weeks ago, and I feel I'm doing really well. I started off with a bang. I was scared because I am a snacker, and it was just all junk. Um, Even though it's only been 2 weeks, I feel a lot lighter. I'm not snacking. I'm following all of your meals and breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a lot of work. I'm going to the gym. I still have to do my 6,000 steps today, but I'm doing it all, and I feel so good.
awesome.
I really do. And I thought I was going to feel weird, how am I not going to snack? But those meals are so filling, and it's all that protein. The acai bowl is fantastic. I eat it at about, I don't know, 6:30 a.m. and I finish it off at work, and I'm full until lunch, which is 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I eat either bison or the turkey burger, and I'm full, really full. It's working. If you guys follow
Yeah. Yeah.
all his steps, I'm doing everything you tell me to do, and it's working for me. So I wanted to thank you very much. I'm just looking forward to losing the weight and getting to my goal. So
Absolutely. And what I was going to tell you too, I was going to text you this, but focus on your feelings. And this is for everybody too, but
yeah,
focus on your feelings. Don't focus too much on the weight. If you focus on your feelings, then the weight will come off. Um, it's kind of harsh, but facts don't care about your feelings, right? But if you focus on your feelings and you're feeling good, then that's going to naturally produce you to take better actions to
yep,
keep the weight loss going. So no, I'm really happy to hear that.
yeah, I'm really excited. I have this positive attitude, energy in the morning that I didn't have before. I'm not sleeping like I thought I would. I'm sleeping just enough, and I feel fresh. So I guess everybody's different, but I'm again, I'm just ecstatic, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Thank
Cool.
you.
I'm really happy to hear that.
And if that, if you can send me this recording, I missed the beginning of it, so if you can send it to me, that would be great.
Yeah, will do. A lot of times when you sleep, sometimes people will think they're sleeping 9 hours, but then they start sleeping less, but then they're actually getting more deep sleep, more REM sleep. So it all depends. When you do have an Aura ring, it does tell you that, but yeah.
hmm
So it's all about the quality of the sleep too, right? So
Well, I just knock out. Like I mean, I think we've talked about this. I still need some supplements to help me get going. But I'm feeling like pretty soon I'm gonna wean myself off of those too because I've had chronic insomnia for years. And now that I'm doing the workouts and the food and the proper food, I feel like it's all gonna start working, positively, and I'll be able to fall asleep on my own without
yeah,
any help. So, but yeah, the workouts are definitely kicking my butt at the end of the day. I'm working 9-hour days, and I'm going to the gym, and I'm doing the teenage stuff, and so it's all, by the end of the day, I'm just knocked out. I'm gone. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And increasing your sleep hygiene is going to be a lifelong I mean, unless you move to Arkansas, it's going to be a lifelong battle. But what if you really think about it, like people who live in Costa Rica, people who live
Yep.
very low stress lives, yeah, they fall asleep like nothing. But if you have that hectic lifestyle, that's
Yeah. I do not wish this on anyone. I mean, I think little by little it's going to get better as my daughter starts to drive and do her own thing and be more independent. But right now it's like I'm on from 5 o'clock in the morning all the way to, I have to say 10:30. It's on. So,
yeah,
but I feel healthy. So that that's what I care about. So
yeah, awesome, cool. Well, thanks for sharing.
thank
And let's see, anybody else? No, no, no. All right, cool. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. This was great. We had a good turnout. I actually forgot to even mention some stuff, but I'll save that for next week. Um, but let's do it again next week. We'll do it on Sunday, or no, not Sunday, Tuesday. What I am going to do, I'm going to text everybody who was here, or I'll probably just text everybody and see what's a good time because um I'm starting to get more clients that are on the East Coast. So now it's like, yeah, I can't really do it at like until 9 p.m. because then it's 10 p.m. at the East Coast. So we'll have to figure something out. Maybe we'll do like a West Coast and East Coast. We'll do like a Tupac and Biggie version or something. I don't know. But thanks for coming in, and I'm gonna send the recording out. But if you guys need anything, just message me. And also Ivy, she, I don't know if you realize this, but you keep sending me messages, but nobody's seeing it because it's a direct message. But Ivy was saying, make sausage, ground turkey, kale, spices, and shredded sweet potato. So Ivy is gonna be on the next call next week, and she's gonna tell us all about how to make that. That's what I'm assuming. So anyway, thanks for coming in, guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome night. We'll see you guys. It's good seeing you. Bye, 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 bye.